Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. So, remember the video I did about the 6.1 million Americans who are behind on their mortgage, the highest in 20 years? You've probably seen these videos on TikTok. I thought 2008 was like the worst ever before seen. I think 2025 is going to totally beat that. So, watch this clip of this lovely lady who, okay, this is unbelievable. Uh, she's one of those people that bought a home. I'm assuming on the, you know, adjustable rate mortgage, or you may have a fixed rate for maybe a certain amount of time. Okay. And the next thing you know, the fixed rate ends and the mortgage rates are not coming down anytime soon. And you get the surprise. Okay. So check this out. Mortgage is $3,332.74. That's how much I pay to live here. Okay, remember the people that tell me I live in the ghetto. I act like I live in Beverly Hills, but I live in the ghetto. But in order to live in this ghetto house, I pay $3,332.74. Well, guess what? Your girl just got her yearly escrow. So, boom. They say, by the way, Mr. Cooper is my loan folks. Mr. Cooper wrote me a letter and they said, hey, girl, you have a shortage in your escrow of $12,426.11. Wow, okay. How did that happen? Well, several things probably happened. Probably taxes went up. But remember, y'all come out of the ghetto, so they say probably your property taxes went up. Maybe your homeowner's insurance or something went up. Okay. Guess what? They're telling me my new mortgage will be as of March 1st. Okay, so if I pay this 12 option one, it's to don't do anything and start in March 1, my new mortgage will be, are you ready? Yep. $5,300.65. Okay, watch this video out to the end so I can get paid. Okay, please, thank you. Okay, or I can pay the $12,426.11, and my new mortgage will be $4,302.14. Yay! What? Where do they do this at? So, in case we're wondering why 6.1 million Americans are behind on their mortgage, the highest in 20 years, that's way right there. It's like I told a girl not to do this years ago when she went for the fixed APR for first 2 years. Oh, then you can refinance in 2 years. And yeah, that didn't happen. Bank after bank after bank. Sometimes when you're buying a house, that's why I told my friend, do consulting business. Anybody, try to get as much information as you possibly can. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be about, I don't want the folks in my business. Because soon you might be out of business. You might be out of your house. Do not be afraid to seek information. People want to be so private, just speaking in general, and then things like this happen. So it could be the taxes, it could be the insurance, it could be the APR just for rate mortgage, it could be fixed only for a short amount of time. And wanting to refinance, good luck with that because the interest rates are higher. So what do you see here? Stop and think. And most people, middle class, are living check to check. This kind of mortgage, get behind 2 months, that's already $10,600. All the job layoffs. There's worse the job creation, worse the jobs replacement. If you saw that, I saw that Truth Social Trump said, don't be a panicking. Well, I guess newsflash, and I voted for you. Guess what? It's hella panicking. Don't be a panicking. Are you serious? Don't be a panicking.
You think the people were panicking in the stock market last week? Heck, I was. Then I realized, I said, hey, you know what? Your boy just put me on game. Yeah. When he said he lifted, I mean, now never mind when it just for real quick. Never mind the fact that Charles Schwab made what $2.5 billion when the tariffs were hit, a hit. And let's see, Penske, Mr. Racetrack Man, he made 900 million in one day. Trump put it out there. Oh, they were all at the White House smiling, talking and smiling. Not bad to think. Wall Street, boom. Man, it went down like a you know what. Then he put a pause on it. Yay, scream. So I told a friend of mine, guess what? 90-day pause. This might be an opportunity to let's try and make as money as you can. Then when it gets close to 90 days and more talk of tariffs, just stay calm, keep some money on, and see what companies drop. More MTG. Martha Taylor Greene, she just purchased what? I think 7 stocks. That's how those people you can roll when you have money. And maybe a little person like me when you see the information. But guess what? When you're on a hamster wheel, Americans, we don't have time, to be honest with you, to try to hold some money back and then, let's see what's going to happen. The tariffs going to really, really hit. Okay, let's go ahead and put on some options. Let's go ahead and wait for the companies to fall short. You're on a hamster wheel trying to keep your mortgage, trying to stay afloat. You wonder why 6 million Americans are behind on their mortgage? This video right here is a good reason why. $5,300, or don't forget the other option. She can pay the $12,000 and then get back to the regular mortgage. Who's got like 12 years just lying around? Some people use the money from the 401k and the investments to even get the house. So you wonder why this is happening. As I've been saying, all the layoff. Where's the job creation, jobs replacement? Where is it? I told my friends during the pandemic, we got to find a way to make some money. And that was March 2020. We got to find a way to make some money in case this happens again. 5 years later, it's ringing true. Because my last week, hey, Walmart is down at $89, 90. If I were you, I'd do a call. I just did a call. And then it went to 93. I know you had to make some money. Yet a person didn't do it. Okay. I'm telling you, you might want to do it. Just do one contract. Scared might not make money. Sure, you can lose. That's part of the game. But you can also win. And that would be a good time if you know how to maybe do little things like that. You can make a little money to get to carry yourself over. Again, I thought 2008 was like, oh my gosh, the big kahuna with the mortgage crisis. I was just checking. In 2008, let's see here. What was a homeless? Okay, so in 2008, how many people, I Googled, how many people were homeless during the 2008 recession? And it said, as you can see on the screen, 1.6 million people. You ever seen the movie 99 Homes? Very interesting. How many people became homeless during the 2008 recession? 1.6 million people became homeless. But right now, we got 6.1 million Americans are behind on the mortgage. What are the chances, which is the highest in 20 years? So what are the chances that those 6.1 million people are going to get caught up? How many are unemployed or underemployed? Again, how many are unemployed, don't have a job, still looking? What's the chance of that person finding a job that's going to be able to go ahead and catch the mortgage up? How many are underemployed? What's the chance of that person finding a job, a better job, where they can afford the mortgage? Okay, find the job. Now, how long do you have them earn some paychecks and get caught up? The job. Every time you look up, layoff, massive layoffs. Every time when I look, it's massive layoffs. Where's the job creation for the income replacement? Nowhere to be found. So if 2008 was like super bad and it's already bad now, the shelter's been full. If it's already bad now, what do you think is going to happen if these 6.1 million? And don't forget, these are homes. So a home normally a lot of times consists of a family. There's not more than one person. So look how many people are going to be adversely affected by this. Some homes have 2 or 3 generations in them. Mom and dad, grandkids, and the grandparents. I've told you about a story about that man. Kids got let off. They came back home with mom and dad, and the kid, their kid had a family. So then you got a wife, your son, and then their kid or whatever. How many they got? One or two kids coming back home. All out on the father who was still working. Boom, he gets laid off, loses his job. He's an older man. Boom, they've gone through the pension. I mean, through the retirement, 401k, using that to survive. Isn't that something? Then you look up, all the money is gone. All the money is gone. So where does that family go? Where does that family go? All the money is gone. So what are the likelihood? What is the probability that 6.1 million people who are currently behind on their mortgage is going to get a reprieve? Oh my God! At the last minute, what's the likelihood? You think You think a lot of these companies are going to start hiring again? No. Some of these jobs, it's been discovered that they're ghost jobs. Heck, I heard Indeed had layoffs. Are you kidding me? So if they've got layoffs, what does that tell you? If they're laying off, aren't they the ones that post the jobs? Are they not the ones that post the jobs? So now we're going to see more homelessness. Where will 6.1 million people go? Where are the hotels going to be? Real quick, look at this. People, no one is immune. 55 years and up. Homeless. Sleeping on the streets. Look at this. Homeless veterans. Wow. Look at this. Even the youth. Unbelievable. Look at the numbers. Homeless in the USA. More. And then don't forget, too, when you're homeless, you can also lose your kids. Oh, yeah. You can also lose your children. So we're going to look for more eviction, foreclosures. We're going to look to see more evictions, more homelessness, and more calls from, unfortunately, CPS. You can be, if the child doesn't have a home, it's just crazy. You can lose your kids to the system. It has been done. They do not care about us. As I saw on this show, I thought it was so hilarious. I mean, this posting here, it was so hilarious. They do not care. That's what they care about. They want you to do, listen, they want you to do one thing with the bank. They want you to stay handing the money. That's what they care about. Have that money. Because if you don't have it, you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. The American dream. A dream is not reality. The American dream. That's what it is. It's a dream. The companies don't care about you. The banks don't care about you. They care about one thing, and that's one thing only.
Still stay friends. Pay me my money. Now,
and he's right about that when he said you want to pay friends. That was Orlando. When he said that's the deal. If you want to keep that house, that's the deal. That's the deal. If you want to stay friends, you want to stay in that house, that's the deal. You're going to have to just have that money. So, yeah. 6.1 million Americans are behind on the mortgage. That's one way right there. How do you go from a 4,300 to a 4,000 to 5,300? I've seen them go from 3,000 to 5,000. How is that? $3,000. What are you owing now? Over 4,000. That's why people went out. That's why they regret buying the homes. And that right here is why I think we're seeing this on the screen. Unbelievable. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Be alert, be aware. I wish I the best out there. It is just to a point. It is hard to just survive and not to get ahead, just to survive in this country. Again, I thought 2008 was it, I think 2025 is going to beat it. And everybody in 2008, regardless of what some people may say, everyone did not recover. And I'm out.